What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of They Are Billions. My name is Splattercat, happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while, and I've actually spent like the last 10 minutes just sort of surveying my domain and seeing what's different and how things have changed. It's been about 10 days since I recorded this series last. I've been actively streaming and playing the game in my free time nonstop, and I've been kind of taking a look at the stuff we have going on, and I feel confident about this gameplay. I don't know if this is going to be a winning game. Taking a look at it, I still haven't won the game, but I have made it basically to the last day now a couple of times. And looking at what we've got going on, I don't think I expanded as aggressively as I possibly should have. I don't think I expanded as aggressively as I should have. That being said, however, we will want to start thinking about stuff we can do to bolster up these walls. These walls are not looking good to me. These walls are looking a little bit iffy. That's as far out as that can go, huh? That's as far out as that can go, huh? I don't like that for a second. Alright, what researches do we have done? Let's take a look at our researches here. I would like to have executors done. Those are going to be upgrades for our ballistas. A couple of options are in front of us right now for things that we can do. A couple of options are in front of us for things that we can do. Our last wave, I think, was on like day 53. So we shouldn't have a raid for a while, I think, till like day 65. I don't think we should have a raid. If we do, however, we're going to want to start upgrading our defenses. We're also going to want to start looking into food sources, which is the other kind of terrifying thing we've got to play around with for right now. So what I would suggest is I'm going to bring these soldiers over to here, and I think expansion is going to be the name of the game for right now. I believe we're also cooking up some new soldiers, so yeah, there's those guys right there. I'm going to put them on the 1 key. We're going to bring them down to this side and do what we got to do. Spikes are being built right there. And the first thing we're going to do once we get this thing moving is we're actually going to upgrade all of our turrets. I would like all of my turrets to be upgraded just in case. I don't know if it's going to save us. I don't even know if it's going to help. But I do know that executors are pretty much the best defense you can have in the game. They're really fantastic in that way. We've managed to spike off a lot of these walls. I will continue because we have a cash money surplus right now and a wood money surplus as well, so why stress about it? We want to keep everything running. I do think that that warehouse is really, really good, and looking at my maximum right now, we've got enough to where we can research Titans if we need to. I would definitely recommend that. We need to get to Titans about as fast as possible. The truth of the matter is, the situation that we're currently in, we're a little bit behind the curve. Not super behind the curve, don't get me wrong, but we are behind the curve. In addition, my game has been crashy, so I'm going to be saving a lot in the middle of the episode because my game's been crashy in my free time lately. I don't know if they updated or something like that, but it's been quite crashy as of recently. My suggestion would be that we expand out here and we try to steal whatever land we can on this side. And so that's exactly where I'm going to start out. I'm going to put a tower right there. And I'm going to put a tower right there. I'm going to split off some soldiers to go and watch these on this side. And what I want to do is I want to get a wall in right here, if I can manage it. If we can get a wall in right here, I think that'll be good for us. And I think it'll make us a little bit safer. So there we go. We've already got the wall space cleared. Things we need to do is we need more food. That's our big problem right now, is we need more food. And I don't really have any farmland to make that happen. This area right here will allow that to happen if I can wall all of this off. And so that's what I'm going to try to do in the next, like, 25 minutes or so. I'm going to try and make us successful in that regard. I think it's a good idea to start getting our defenses upgraded. We do have a good cash surplus right now, but like many good things, that's probably not going to last. As soon as those towers are in, so executors are done. Let's go ahead and see how much that affects my overhead. Let's go ahead and rock one of these in real fast. We're at 1153 right now. We'll kind of do some back of the envelope math real fast to make that work and make sure that we're not overspending and whatnot. I want a tower right there. I would like a tower like righty-thery. That's an old-fashioned term for right the hell on there. Righty-thery sounds good. Break me off a couple of soldiers like a Kit Kat bar and put them over there. And then I'll regroup nope, I want to select individual soldiers. Yes, there we go. Give me 2 of these little guys to watch that tower right there and make sure nothing bad happens to it. I'm going to go over to this side and make sure no zombies get in the way of my wall on this side either. You want to be careful as you get towards the edge of the map. The game stops letting you build once you get towards the edge of the map, which is actually a feature I'm not a huge fan of. It's one of the few things I found in this game that actually bothers me. When you get about to like right here, it's going to tell you can't build anymore because you're too close to the edge of the map. It can be a frustration. It can be a little bit of a thing. I don't know if this game has a quick save, but I'm really sort of interested in that. let's give it a couple more minutes. So that took us down by about $20-something. That's not that terrible, actually. Go ahead and retrofit everything on that side, and we'll start worrying about the other sides in just a minute. Doesn't cost us any extra food or anything like that. We got a zombie right there. You go ahead and take care of that zombo real fast. Over here, I want a wall to go in. Stat. Not enough resources to create this building. We're out of money. We're out of money. Okay. I'm about to give that a second then. I'm going to have to let that sit on the burner for a minute. I want this area to be cleared out. We're probably going to catch a couple of special zombies. As you get closer to the edge of the map, you're going to start eating special zombies a lot more frequently. It is a hassle you should be aware of. Split up so that we can reinforce down here if we need to. Yeah, just kind of let them flow through. I'll probably do a wall right there and a wall right here, but I want this stone supply so we can build another power plant pretty soon. As soon as the executors are done, there they are. They're all good to go. We're still making $1,000 a go, so we're not in too bad a shape for right now. And we caught a swarm on day 59. Really? That is not a good look for us. That is not a good look at all. In fact, that's really, really bad. That's like super bad. Okay. I don't like it, but then again, part of this game is not having to like the things that happen. Like, sometimes you don't have to like the bad stuff that happens in this game. It just sort of happens. So, is what it is. I don't know which wall they're going to hit, but they're going to hit one of them, and this could be the end for us because I don't have shock towers or anything set up. And by day 60, you typically want that. You typically want that. Get me some more executors done. Anywhere that I can make some money, I'm going to be trying to do that. So if I can pawn off some of my wood, that sounds good. Go ahead and put in another executor right there. Everybody fall back. Go ahead and destroy these for now. So at least we get some resources back, because it's going to cost us a bunch of money in order to reinstate those. So do what you got to do, boo-boo. And on this side, we kind of just got to hope that this executor gets done before they arrive. Getting hit from the south is going to suck for us. We don't have the stone to make that happen. There it is. All right, the ballistas, by the way, a little pro tip here. The ballistas will continue to fire while they're in their upgrade. So if they're all greened out like this right here, don't worry about it too much. I feel confident about that gate right there. But we kind of want to wait and see where they're going to break to. So I'm going to move them up to here just in case I need to get them over to this side faster. Because we haven't seen whether the horde's going to break left or whether it's going to break right just yet. It could go either direction. I think it's going to break left. I think it's going to break left. So let's move over to here. I destroyed those towers for no reason, which is a little disappointing. But, you know, we got caught up in a moment. We got caught up in a moment. It happens from time to time. If they're going to go left then, I've only got 2 turrets over here, but hopefully it'll be enough to hold. Hopefully it'll be enough to hold. Get some spikes in there. You guys kind of spread out. Yep, get as close to the walls as you can, because they are going to strike. And so there it is. The executors are really, really awesome. You should absolutely use them. They are fantastic. I like them a ton. We lucked out in that the zombies are trying to hit a ancillary wall right now. A wall that's not really going to help them out that much. I wouldn't mess around with Tesla coils too much. The Tesla coils are good, don't get me wrong. The Tesla coils are really, really solid, but I have it from a lot of top tier players that you should not be using those. They use up too many resources is what people say. And so I haven't been using them. It looks like the executors are indeed chewing through these enemies right here. However, in order to keep us safe into the future, what I may consider doing is pushing for, you guys get back over here. We need to start expanding again. Get back over to here. We're going to rebuild these towers. I don't need all these soldiers over here. We are solid. This wall is defended, and that raid is done. Very, very nice. Give me a moment to save my game. There we go. We're all saved up. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name of the turrets right. I call them executors because if it was executor, wouldn't they be called executioners then? Like, I don't think executor is a word. One who executes? Maybe, but I think it's executor, as in, like, it's like the decision maker, you know? And so let me get all my units back. We're going to continue to try this expansion thing that we were doing over here. It's unfortunate that I had to undo it, but it's okay. I didn't want to risk a wipe because we didn't have enough resources to line up our buildings again. That thing should be alright right there. At best, they're going to knock out one wall, and it's not even an important wall. It's a wall that doesn't even matter, so, I can live with it. That's protected by the Executor, so I shouldn't have to be able to do much right there. We have one right there, actually, that we did not destroy. It got wiped out by the enemy, but I should be able to reclaim it. But I can't reclaim it until the light from that one has gone out. That's right. I really, really, really want to get a wall in down here. I sincerely do. What was that noise about? Good lord, it played scary music. I was a little worried about that. We'll probably want a second layer. On some of these more thinly defended areas, what we'll more than likely want is we'll want a second layer with Executors inside of there as well. So like a wall with 2 Executors, then a wall, 2 Executors, a wall, 2 Executors. Just force them to chew through it in the final wave. Force them to really glom down on that shit sandwich, which they really don't want to do. I don't think zombies care that much about their losses, but we want them to care. We want them to suffer a little bit if they're going to try and take our territory. You guys go over here and watch that wall. Yeah, I bet they are, because that horde went through a city, and what happens is if a horde goes through a city, it actually awakens the city, and the city will just start spamming units at you for a while. It can be a fairly major pain in the ass. Because we have a market, we're auto-selling all of the resources that are over the top, so if you guys are worried about that, don't stress about that too much. I would like to get some more houses built, but I'm going to need some more food before that's going to work. So let's get in here, and we got a 20 food spot right there. We got a 12 food spot right there. Basically, I'm going to try and work them down the coast about as efficiently as possible while I can manage it. You guys stand guard over here, because this is where my new towers are going to be going. God, I really just want to get this done. I want to get this done bad. I feel very exposed at the moment. These ballistas over here are doing a little bit more work than I want them to do, and we are starting to get that endgame trickle. What's going to happen is once you start getting to like day 60 or so, they're going to start trickling zombies in on every wall here and there, and it's going to be just something you've got to deal with. It's just something that you got to put hands on them. You got to put mitts on them. For this wall over here, what I might consider is actually not bulldozing these walls right here and not deactivate it. So what I think I might do is I may not defend this wall right here. So instead, what I'll do is I'll use soldiers on this wall if we get attacked from the east. We'll sit here, we'll shoot at them for a little bit. When they start to break through, we'll have these guys pull back inside the wall maybe. We'll have a second wall here, maybe another wall right there, just to sort of keep things compartmentalized. But I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous about our situation right now. Can I fit a fishing shack in right there? Shit, yeah. Go ahead and do it. We need food. We need food, like, really, really badly. And so we've got that tower done. Let's keep the game paused. My recommendation is to keep this game paused, like, at all times. Like, don't even mess around. Just keep it on pause as much as possible while you're trying to do stuff. Put the pause on this game. Put the pause on this game. So there's some more of that stuff right there. That means that we can build some jolly good buildings over here, which is fantastic because we could definitely use the income. Our income's starting to look a little bit sketchy. I prefer for my income to stay up above 1,000 at all times in the end game, just so that you know that every couple days you'll have a full meter of cash. On this side, engineering center is what we want next, so we can start getting some Lucifers. I don't really use Lucy's that much. Lucy's are kind of in a weird place in this game. So Lucy's are kind of like a mech. They look like Big Daddies with flamethrowers. Lucy's are cool. The problem with Lucy's is they don't really have a place in the game. So Lucy's can't fire through the walls. Lucy's can't be in towers. So that means the only place you can really deploy a Lucy is in front of your walls or in your expeditionary force. And the problem with Lucy's is that they cause friendly fire to all your other soldiers, so you gotta micro the shit out of them to keep them in the front of everybody else. The other problem with Lucifers is that they have really bad HP, and when they get killed, they explode, and so, like, I think Lucifers need a little bit of love from the developers. I think Lucifers need to have their HP made to be equal to, like, not a wall, maybe a wood wall. I don't know. They need to have their HP increased because they're clearly meant to be a frontline unit, but they don't have the HP to be a frontline unit. And so that makes them kind of a weird, precarious gamble that I don't really use that often. Just saying. Not my favorite unit in the whole world. Hopefully we can get this done down here. That would be my prayer. I don't normally pray very much. But I think a wall like that would be perfectly fine. That looks good to me. The next thing we absolutely want to do is put an advanced quarry right there. So we can get some stone. That's going to be a twofold idea. Is we want this stone right here. That's the entire reason I took this area was to get the stone. So we could build another power plant. We're going to need another power plant pretty soon. And if we don't have the resources to offset that, it's going to be bad Christmas for Splattercat. Bad Christmas for Splattercat. So let's maybe position you, like, right there, possibly. Looks pretty good to me. You guys pull back to this tower. You guys just keep an eye on stuff. We cleared this entire area, so I doubt we're going to get hit from over there. Once we get this area nice and secure, this will probably be our last expansion into new territory over here. Instead, what we'll apply ourselves towards is clearing out this northern part of the map as effectively as possible over the next couple days. It is what it is. It is what it is. As far as our stuff goes down here, we need a minute to get our stone back up and running, but we should have a fairly solid stone supply once we get some more advanced quarries in here. That's going to give us 10 more right there. And so that's really, really nice. Buildings are done. Stone houses are completed. That's going to bump our cash up ever so slightly, which is great, as Tony the Tiger likes to say. Let's get a wall in right here. I will probably leave space for a gate right here because we need it. I'm going to have this pull this way, and then we're going to put a gate in. The curved walls tends to be like a iffy idea. This wall is a little bit longer than I would like it to be in order for stuff to work. Ugh, if we get attacked from the east, we've got a major problem, though. If we get attacked from the east, we have the worst day ever. What a lot of people will recommend is deactivating all of your defenses, save for one gun in between waves, so that you can generate more money. That is an option. That is a pretty good option. Just be careful about your power usage and your money usage, because it's very, very easy to overdraw your power grid on accident and not be able to turn your defenses back on after the fact if you do that. So just kind of watch out for that as a potential problem. It's happened to me in the past, because there's no way to really look and see what your outputs are. There we go. We'll kind of pull this way now. And as soon as we got some more stone in the bank, which should be pretty soon. Damn it, we need more stone. I don't like sitting around here waiting. I don't like sitting around here waiting. Technology research for the engineering center is done. That's absolutely fabtabulous. When that's done right there, it is going to hurt our overhead, but we are going to generate a lot of resources. That's going to allow us to start building more houses ad nauseum if we can. And then it'll also allow me to farm this area ever so slightly. I would have liked to have pushed the wall out a little further, but oh well. You can't always get what you want. Yeah, do it right there. That's alright. I don't hate it. 46 more food helps. It'll make our lives a little bit easier. And as stone starts to generate itself, I need to have a wall right there, a wall right there. Okay. And this wall is going to be several different flavors of janky. It really is. This wall is going to be janky AF. Get that in right there, please. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this. Oh my god, stone generation. Please be better. Please be better. Alright, so we've got walls in right there. That's looking pretty good to me. We've got the resources we need. We also want to start looking into oil, possibly. Have I already done the oil derricks? Well, why the hell have I not built oil derricks then? Because we need more energy. We need more energy to make that work. So the next thing we're going to want to do is a power plant. We need to get another power plant up. We do have a surplus right now on that resource, which is great for us. I'll probably build the power plant, and then after the power plant, we'll start messing with some other things. You guys clear this out right here. That farm probably won't be fully utilized, but we're a little stone poor right now, but that's okay. That's okay. And we can't build on that stone right there. Might be worth it to slap another tower down right here and just build the wall right there so that we can keep farming. Yamo, do it. Yamo, do it. And then we need more wood, too, to offset the power plant. Then, as soon as we've got that ready to go, another power plant is going to be in order. That's wasted space right there, so I probably won't do that. We could probably slap another farm in right there. Won't be the most productive farm, but it'll be a farm. Sure. Our overhead's going to take a hit right there. Totally sucks, but we have the stone generation to build more houses, so we'll do what we got to do. We'll do what we have to do down here. You guys continue clearing out this way just to make us a tiny bit safer, because you are the vanguards of our species. Our last attack was like 4 days ago. They are going to get more frequent. They are going to get more frequent, and that point worries me. As soon as that's in, I wanted it to go from right here, so technically I can start that off right there. We'll leave a gap so that they can get back through. But there should be no reason for us to press down this way after this unless we loop down from another location. So there we go. You guys pull back inside. Pull back inside right meow. And now that you're back in, we've got enough stone to where I can go bam, 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 bam. We got a lot of defenses to build. We got a lot of things to accomplish here. A lot of defenses to build and a lot of things to accomplish. Multiple layers might not be a bad idea. I may leave these deactivated, but in existence. And so let me deactivate these right here. You can tell at a quick look if a building is deactivated by looking at the lights on the side of it. But if I deactivate these right here, that means that I can actually build a few more on this side as our outer layer of defense. I don't really want to build too many. Actually, you guys go back down here and defend this wall. And then the other thing that I was going to need is I need another farm. That's 46 food right there? Well, shit, that's not bad at all. I thought I was going to get a way worse yield right there. That's a 34 right there. We can get a 30 or a 28 right there. Okay. Wonder if the upkeep is worth it on those. What's the upkeep on the farm? What's the upkeep? The upkeep is 20 bucks. We can sink 20 bucks for 34 food, I think. Yeah, I think that's doable. Give me a few more houses over here. Give me a few more houses. Make sure we're solid. Alright, so I've got my soldiers. The next thing we want to get ourselves into is going to be an engineering center. Each of these is going to bring our cash up by like 50 bucks, I think. Yeah, 50 bucks, 40 bucks in there somewhere. And so as we're increasing the amount of overhead we have, you constantly want to be looking for more food options, building more houses, and trying to make sure that you're infinitely expanding, essentially. You don't want to go too crazy with it. I think hunters' lodges might be a little bit more effective down in this area because they're smaller and I can make them work mo better. Do I have any forests that have not been hunting lodged just yet? I do, in fact. I do, in fact. Go ahead and do that because we'll lose 2 food from there, but we'll gain 14 from right there, and so the stack works out. And then over on that side, food efficiency is going to be paramount here. Give me another tower. And what are executors going to cost me here? 20 stone, 20 iron, so this is going to be the weak point for us for right now. But with more houses going in, we should be able to make this work. And so I'm going to start dropping these in just real sporadically on that wall, because I'm of the opinion I'm going to get hit on this wall before I get hit anywhere else. We should have the resources to just spam these out for a little bit. It's going to cost us, but, you know, got to do what we got to do. And as long as we keep our cash up above 1,000, I'm not going to complain too heavily. In addition, as we cap out some of the things we got going out on this side... Oh, good. That's more food right there. I like more food. More food is always good. Keep these executors going. But also keep houses going, because executors get expensive. They get expensive AF. We want that right there. And then I'm going to build another row of houses right there. We're just going to do what we can with what we have for right now. I'm not going to concern myself with iron until a little bit later when we start pumping out titans. We should already have titans right now by all logic. If I had played this game appropriately... Why are there stone walls right there? Good sweet Lord baby Jesus. Oh, I don't like what just happened. And I haven't upgraded any of these walls over here either, so an attack from the north is going to be particularly nasty for us. I'm going to wait on building any more executors. Instead, let's focus on houses for right now. I think hooses sound really good. I probably shouldn't have built those all weird like that, but I'm kind of in a panic right now, so whatever. We got plenty of space to build more houses. We should have plenty of resources to do the things we want to do. Stone is going to remain our stopgap. If I could figure out... Can I put another one in right here? That'll give me 2. I don't know if that's worth it. I don't know if that's worth it. I don't know if that's worth it. I don't know if 2 stone is worth the upkeep. Some more gold would be nice. How much gold would I get from this right here? 40 bucks. What's the upkeep on a quarry? 50 bucks. What's the upkeep on a normal quarry? What's the upkeep on... It needs to offset its own cost. What's the normal cost on a quarry? -$6? Well, there we go. That works. That works. In general, be careful about what you upgrade to an advanced quarry, because advanced quarries are very, very expensive, but they do give you like a double output, and so it's a... If you have low resources on your map, you're absolutely going to want to do double quarries. Or, I'm sorry, you're absolutely going to want to do advanced quarries. If you don't, you're going to want to avoid it. Oil platforms are a good idea. We should probably start on that just so we have like a full thing going on. It costs 30 energy per platform. Shit! That's not good either. That's not good either. How many oil wells do I have? 2? Yeah, I was going to say, normally there's not a whole lot more than 2 or 3 on the map. I mean, there's 4 right there, but I mean, in the accessible area that you're going to be able to get into, typically there's not that many. We still have 19 houses that are not upgraded? What? Where are those at? Oh my god, I built a whole bunch up there too. Okay. Screw it. You know we gotta do it. We gotta build the buildings, or you know we're gonna lose it. Alright. We'll do what we gotta do for right now. Everything looks okay to me. I'm not super upset with the configuration of what's going on. We should be able to get 40 from there and about 160 from there, and then from the ones we upgraded up here, that'll give us another 120, and so our cash should be looking really, really good after we get done with this drop right here. I'm not gonna focus too much more heavily on upkeep after that point. So there it is. What else do we have that has not been researched yet? Blades traps are pretty good, and if you have an excessive amount of iron like we do, that's probably a good look. The Titan unit is probably what I'm going to train next, though. So I'm going to save up some cash as much as possible so we can get to Titans. I also need to upgrade my defenses, though, so we'll kind of take that bit by bit, piece by piece. It's $700 for us to get that. Every time I get a cash tick, I'll probably just do 1 tower so that we get a $500 surplus. Go ahead and deactivate one of these along each wall to keep our cash nice and stacked up. Because I don't think we're going to need that many. I'll go back through and I'll reactivate them myself once we're looking a bit more solid. You always want to leave one activated, though, in case you get a wall jumper. In case you get a wall jumper. That's why I stay... That's why I stay kind of intact on that. There's another tick. So we're gaining about 700 per go. We're going about 700 per go. This guy over here is done. And basically what we'll want to do is the next time a raid comes in, we'll just double-click these to get all of them, and then we'll reactivate all of them, because we have plenty of resources right now to make it work. I'm a little bit worried about my power grid. Engineering Center is going to cost us... Engineering Center is going to cost us 40 stone. Okay. But there's really no point doing the Engineering Centers. The walls are under attack right there. Go ahead and reactivate him for a minute until that's done. Deactivate him. Basically, just micro a little bit. Just micro a little bit, and you'll be fine. That's a wood gate right there. Good lord, upgrade that. Oh, that's the worst look ever. And aside from that, we're out of time for the day. My name is Splattercat. This is They Are Billions. Thank you for joining me. We were a little bit behind the curve, but I think we can pull this out. I think we can pull this out if we pull a super aggressive post-day 75 strategy. If we get really aggressive after we get Titans, we still may be able to pull this out. I don't think I was aggressive enough looking at this. It's always interesting looking at your own work. Hindsight is always 20/20. It's been, like I said, about 8 days since I recorded the episode before this one, and I've got a bunch more experience under my belt, like I said a couple episodes ago, too. And so as you learn to play the game, you do kind of... You note things. You note things along the way, and whereas this is a good play, it's not that good. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the next episode of They Are Billions. Bye, everybody.